In this video, we're going to be finding vertex form of a quadratic that is in standard form. We are going to need to know the formula for finding the x-coordinate of that vertex. We usually memorize that as just negative b over 2a, but if you actually do the whole formula, x equals negative b over 2a, it helps to remind you that that is that x-coordinate of the vertex. Once we find that, then we will be able to plug it back into the function to find our y value and then write our vertex form. So I'm going to start with that calculation right there to find that x-coordinate. So we'll have the x-coordinate, and we're going to have x is equal to, I'm going to go ahead and write the formula, negative b over 2a. All right, now we're going to go ahead and plug in our variables here. We'll have a negative 10 over a 2 times a 2. That's going to give us a negative 10 over 4. Let's go ahead and reduce that to lowest terms, negative 5 over 2. All right, I am going to go ahead and leave that as a fraction when we plug it in because it's going to work out fairly nice here. So now I need to find the y-coordinate of that vertex. So y-coordinate is going to be, if I were to use function notation, I could plug this back into this function. So let's go ahead and assume that this function is called f. So f of negative 5 over 2. All right, plugging that back in. 2 times a negative 5 over 2 squared plus a 10 times a negative 5 over 2, and then plus a 7. Doing a little bit of arithmetic here, we're going to have 2 times that 25 over 4 plus, reducing here, 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 5, or 2 goes into 10 5 times. So I'll have a negative 25 right there plus the 7. Let's do a little reducing here, 2 into 2 once, 2 into 4 2 times. This is going to be a 12 and a half. So I'm going to have a 12.5 minus a 25 plus a 7. All right, doing a little arithmetic there, grabbing a calculator if you need to. It's a negative 5.5. So I now have the vertex. I've got the x-coordinate. I've got the y-coordinate. So my vertex for this quadratic is negative 5 halves, negative 5.5. We could even write that as negative 2.5. I'm going to use that now for my vertex form. All right, so vertex form of a parabola is y equals our a coefficient, x minus h to the second power plus k. So we've got to remember how to use a formula like this. When there is a negative in the formula, if I have a negative, when I put a negative in, it'll be minus a negative. It'll turn it to a positive. So basically, a negative in the formula says take the opposite of what we have for our x-coordinate. All right, our k has a plus in front of it, so it's just going to be whatever value it actually is there. So the a value is going to remain the same because my a value up here was a 2. So I'm going to have y equals a 2 times the quantity, x, and then plus, let's go ahead and make that 2.5 to the second power, and then minus 5.5. So there we have vertex form of that quadratic that we originally dealt with in standard form. So a pretty straightforward process there. You definitely have to have this formula memorized. You need to know how to go about finding that y. Once you've got the vertex, having vertex form of a quadratic memorized is essential. Definitely, thanks for watching. If the videos are, subscribe to the channel. Thanks.